Hey, thanks for tuning in to IHTV. You know, sometimes it's not about putting antlers on the wall, it's about putting meat in the freezer. So stay tuned for this edition of IHTV. Well, hey, thanks for tuning in to IHTV. As you saw in my lead-in, sometimes it's not really all about antlers on the wall. It's not about putting trophies on the wall. Sometimes it's about filling your freezer, but it's also about creating memories and having experiences. So that's why I like to hunt. So this is what's happening. November 7th, we're coming up on Prime Rut in Missouri. I'm hunting in Smithville, Missouri, just outside of town on a property I've been hunting for several years. Access control panel. Let's see what we want here. Let's do that. All right, so November 7th, here we are. And we are hunting south of Smithville. This property I've hunted for several years, and there's some giant deer on this property. And I've been hunting around this area for many, many years. And in these woods that I'm hunting, I remember one year, it was 2012, I think it was. I probably had 5 or 6 150-inch deer on camera, different bucks that year, and EHD wiped them out. They're gone, but we still had some good deer. We've had good deer in there over the years. Some tremendous deer have been taken off this property, not by me. In the years past, I kind of vacated the property around the rut because there were these 2 brothers and maybe a cousin or 2 that would show up with them that would hunt pretty hard through like the week before the rifle season. Then they'd always go in there during the gun season. They were hunting there years before I was allowed permission, and the landowner continued to let them hunt there. So I always backed out. But this year, I was going after Bucky, and I told him, I said, I'm not leaving. So we just need to work around each other. So it's November 7th. I'm up in a tree stand that I just put up, a ladder stand, and right on the edge of the horse pasture. Fence row, there's big timber in front of it, but they work that fence row north and south on the property and come right under that tree. So I knew I was in a good spot based on the reveal trail camera footage. So there's a few bucks coming in there, and anyway, we have all kinds of opportunities to see things, shoot coyotes and all that kind of stuff on this property. So stay tuned as we put some meat in the freezer. As you can see by that shot, it was close, 10 yards. So I hit this doe, and she runs across the horse pasture back into the timber over my shoulder there. And I was lucky because one of the other guys walking in, as I mentioned, had seen her go down, so it was an easy recovery for me. Now, I was only about 150 yards from his ladder stand, and it was still early, so I knew he had hunting left to do. So instead of ruining his hunt, I latched on with a drag strap, hooked it to my tree harness, and started pulling that deer back up through the pasture towards my ladder stand. When I crested the hill, there was a little buck standing right underneath my tree stand. If you look real close in the picture behind that deer, you can see the ladder from my tree stand. He was standing about where that doe was when I shot her. Dave and you're watching IHTV, and we just tagged a nice little young doe. Be some good eating. The luminoc's lit up, but you can't tell because it's so sunny right now. First light right under the tree, 10 yards. She didn't go very far. She went about 100 yards, if that. I was lucky because she wasn't leaving any blood. I didn't get a pass through, which kind of surprised me that I didn't. Almost a pass through, it looks like. But 10-yard shot, broadside, kind of a downward angle, of course, because I'm in a tree. One of the other guys that hunts this property from time to time was in a ladder stand, and I think he bumped her out to me when he was walking in. But by the time he got down there, he saw it flopping. He knew where it was. So even though I didn't have any blood at all, the deer didn't go very far at all. So, but we may be switching out some broadheads today. Anyway, light them up with luminoc. Hey, thanks for tuning in to this episode of IHTV. Now, like I said in the beginning, it's not always about antlers on the wall. Sometimes it's about meat in the freezer, and we definitely did do that. Now, I've got tons of footage that I have shot through the entire season. Now, it's not always about killing either. Sometimes it's just about the experience and the journey of the hunting adventure. So I'm going to take you along with me as I go through the rest of this footage and try to put together some interesting episodes for you guys to follow along with. We'd love to hear from you. Please leave me a comment in the section below on this video. If you like what you're doing, please share it and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like our Facebook page. I'm setting up some new profiles on different social media platforms as well. Let's say You Do Outdoors. We've got Go Wild, and I'm looking to launch a Rumble account here pretty quick. So we do thank you for tuning in. We pray that you have a blessed day, and thanks for all that you do in supporting IHTV.